Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Diane? Can you hear me? Do you see what I see? Hey, Ellen, can you hear me, babes? Okay, good. It was buffering for a minute. I wanted to make sure. But I'm like clipping some of this poly fucking gel nail off because I broke my nail like a dumb bitch on the way to buy them lentils. I went to open the truck and poop, there it is. Shit just fell right the fuck off. I think that's enough nail. No. Whoop, there it is. Here, Ellen, that somebody tried to unalive Trump. Hold on. Yeah, can you believe what happened with Trump? They tried to unalive his ass. They said, bye bye, bye Trump, bye motherfucker. That's crazy. I shouldn't say that, but that is what happened, y'all. They tried to take his ass out. And SG, I want to say something to you, bitch. You keep posting shit about me that I've lost my damn mind. Well, bitch, you ain't seen nothing yet, sweetie. You have seen nothing yet. I got all the time in the world to fuck with you, ho. All the time to fuck with you. With Janelle, Christine, Hodgesicle, or Miss Baldoff. Okay? I got plenty of time to do to you bitches what you've done to us. Plenty of time, hoes. Good what, Ellen? I hope you didn't say good to what I said. You a whole damn mess, girl. Yeah, exactly, Miss Maya Smith with your hooker name. Public record says that one of your names is Janelle Mo Problems. Janelle Some Problems. Swear to God, when you look her name up on Google, it says Janelle Some Problems. I shit you not. Look her name up on Google. Janelle. Do 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 do. Miss Crustine. Miss Crustine. Krusty Krab. Hodger rounds with Dodger. You get what I'm putting down? Yeah, that's what I thought, you silly girl. You're so silly. I fucking love you. Bitch, you are so awesome. But yeah, or you could go off her married name, which I just gave you, or you could go off her bald off name, okay? But either way, when you look her up, it says Janelle Some Problems. I was dying, yo. I was like, wow, that's funny. From Quincy, Michigan, is also known as Janelle Some Problems. So funny. Since you guys wanted to sit up there and tell my friend that she was better drinking, you thought you were going to break her down. But guess what? She's not SVW, bitch. She ain't getting weak in her knees, ho, okay? Only person on their knees is you, Janelle Smelly, okay? But I swear to God, I'll post it. I gotta scratch out her actual full names, but I'll post it. But trying to figure out which one's her sister. If it's Jennifer, if it's Alyssa, who it is. But I'm gonna figure it out. Watch. And she thinks it's cool what Swiss did, so we're gonna see if it's cool when it happens to her bitch ass. She thinks it's cool to lie on Ellen. She thinks it's cool. Exactly, Ellen. It's all public record. And a lot of her shit, like from 2018, is child support, bitch. So not only do you not raise your kids, but you get put in jail because you can't pay for them either. So what were you using with the money that you turned tricks with, bitch? Drugs? Because you said you've been 2 years sober, right? So what I'm curious about is she's lived with her mama since I've been on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. She's had a job consistently all that time. She's been given money a lot, like at least the past 2 years, okay? And hundreds of dollars too, not no small little chump change. One fucking live, she got 600 and something dollars, which I was happy for her. But okay, you want to talk about me and Ellen? You want to sit there and go on a live with fucking crazy psycho villain over there, okay? Who thinks everybody's cancer bullying her because we don't like her. Okay, we hate cancer, but we hate you too, bitch. Like, what the fuck? And I'm sorry, but I've had a lot of family members, all of us have had a lot of family members who have passed from cancer, okay? None of them have sat on the fucking internet for 10 hours in a row laughing and making fun of people, okay? Stage 4 cancer, they're usually in the bed, tired as fuck. And you have to give them maintenance medication. Sorry, Ellen. I'm on a roll, okay? But what makes me mad is it takes a big ass group of them to bully us. And what makes me even more mad, I didn't realize they were on live at the time until you guys were like, they're live. But what makes me so upset with it all is that they have the fucking nerve, the audacity as addicts and recovering addicts, people that say they're in recovery, to sit on a live stream and say, we like you better drunk. We want you to get drunk. You need to go drink. What? That's weird as fuck. Who does that? Who does that? It's so belittling, man. It's just bullshit. You know, my husband got new slippers at Marshall's. They're these Nike ones. He got them for like $9. And he kept his old ones because he's just so amazing. And I was like, babe, can you give me some sandals when you go to Marshall's next time? And he was like, well, try on these. And I was like, no, I'm not taking your new stuff, right? Every time my husband gets anything new, he gives it to one of us. Like, something's wrong with this man because he is always giving us everything. I shit you not. He never keeps anything for himself. And I tried him on. He's like, keep them. Yalla, keep them. I'm like, oh my God, man. This man is the best man on the planet. And this is the man that you guys accuse of doing this nasty stuff. You know, she'll say they never said that. Right. Yeah, like SG will tell you that she never told Ellen that she liked her better drunk. She will also tell you that she never said I had a dirty towel on my head. She tells everybody she never told me to go off a curvy fucking cliff. She will also say that she never held that live stream telling people to go report Swiss. You know? But she did all of that. Just like she said she didn't tell Connie that it was her fault her daughter was passed away. So, it was okay. Okay, exactly. It was okay when she was threatening people's life. When she was saying, and I heard her say several times, because God wasn't taking us out fast enough, that she was going to rent a car and she was going to take us out with her. Yeah. What the fuck? And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Thank you, Diane. Yeah, she did. She said that several times, man. And what's really crazy is that she literally would post videos of Arabs, different Arabs from different parts of different Middle Eastern countries, trying to prove that Middle Eastern men do nasty things with kids. Who the fuck does that? Or like posting my son on her page and, you know, apologizing profusely. But then when she gets mad again, she blames Tanger and says it's all Tanger's fault. Well, look, I don't know Tanger well, and we've never really liked each other, but I do not see Tanger being a person to take screenshots of my kids and give them to SG to bully them with. I don't see her doing that. I just don't. Just like I don't see SG being the one to fill out all them forms and do all that shit. I see Janelle and Swiss doing that. Maybe that's why Swiss is taking a break. Who knows? But either way, Janelle, we heard you stuttering. Okay, we heard you in your little stutter. Okay, we know that you don't know where Swiss is and what she's doing. You're making up some bullshit lie because she probably cut your ass off because she probably realized, why is Janelle sending my text messages to people? Why is Janelle telling everybody that she lied about being Tiffany's friend? So you didn't just lie to Tiffany, bitch. You lied to a lot of people because I wasn't the only one that you told those things to. So is that going to be your excuse now? Is you lied to a group of fucking people just to see if they'd tell? You're a whole lying ass hoe. When I did that to Swiss, okay, we told one person. One. When me and Janelle talked about that and I decided I was going to tell Swiss some shit to see if it was going to get repeated to Sharon and put on a fucking YouTube was because that's what they did. But to say you lied about a friendship and lied about all this stuff that you told several people, now you could get away with that if I was the only one you said the shit to. But you said it to several people. You know? Exactly. Like, she is weird, man. Weird as frick. Weird as frick. And you know, not for nothing, but how do you use people? And I'm sorry for the people that this happened to. I'm not saying this to go against you guys, but how do you use people, Janelle, to do your dirty work? Because you're too much of a coward to do it yourself. And then when they don't want to do it anymore, when they are tired of going at people, or they're starting to see you for who you are, and they're starting to see your lies see through the fucking cracks, because the difference is everything I've said about you has never changed. My story's never changed. What I say never changes. But yours always changes, Janelle. And every time you and I would get cordial and make up again, or me, you, and Swiss, whatever, my shit never changed. I never changed what I believed in. I never changed shit I said. I stood right there on that fucking app with both of you on them live streams saying my truth. I looked Swiss. If she ever came in my face, I would look her dead in the face. But I spoke with her several times, privately and publicly, and I told her, you will never be my friend. How many times, well, if you want to be my friend? Well, I don't want to be your friend. I modded you to piss people off. I said that from day one. From day one. Period. I never pretended to be her friend to mod her or to get information. That bitch is so obsessed with me. It didn't matter if I told her crazy-ass psychopathic shit, anything, so she could get what she wanted to say out because she's entitled like that. She's a weirdo. That's what you are, Janelle. A fucking weirdo. Yeah, Ellen. Yep. And I think Janelle's mom and dad should know what she's doing. You know? And like I said, there's several people who she told those same things to. Several fucking people. So it's not just me. So damn. You lied to all of us then? Why? Really? That's weird. You know what I miss eating? Not having teeth? Pretzels. That's what I miss, pretzels. But I can still eat the pretzel sticks. I gotta check on my husband, hold on. Baby, you okay? Babe? You okay, sweetheart? Did you take your medicine? You didn't? Sorry about that, you guys. He's already passed out already. Pretty much. He's like, huh? I love him so much, man. You know, I'm going to take a break from Janelle and ask you for a minute. I have never, ever in my life loved anything how I love my husband. My kids, that's a whole different thing. You know, your kids and your significant other, there's just no comparison. You know, my kids, that's me, that's a part of me, you know, that's my identity. My children are, but, and not for nothing, but there is nothing more beautiful than my babies. Nothing. There is not 1 millimeter of them individually that I don't love. They are perfect in every way. You know, but my husband, it's like, as many problems as we have and we've had and all this other shit, it's like I fall in love with him every day in a different way. I learn more about who he is as an individual. I learn more about who he becomes as a man, who he was as a boy, you know, and how he was raised as a kid. And it's just amazing. It's a phenomenal feeling. And the act of love is so justified, you know, it really is. And it's gratifying. And it's justification because I know I deserve that feeling. I know that I deserve to have someone love me how I love them. And even though in a lot of your guys' brains, you think that I'm just this basement dweller, right? I'm really not. Yeah, I'm down here a lot of the time. It's where I'm comfortable. You know, and I'm not going to go explaining every reason, but I've been depressed for a long time, and recently it started to get really bad again. My husband, he's had an infection in his teeth and been dealing with that for a couple days, and so is my daughter, actually. And that is what made me, I wouldn't even kiss my husband on his mouth because I was so scared he was going to taste my fucking nasty-ass teeth, right? And I know that sounds dumb, but I had that insecurity for years. And I'm just now getting to the place where I can grab my husband and kiss him right on his mouth and not care, right? And it's because I don't care anymore. It is undeniable love, okay? And I think that you guys see that. You see how in love I am with my husband, and you see how open and comfortable I am with him, and how Ellen and I, how she fits into that. I joke with her. I call her the second wife. Sometimes I call her the first one. We share my grandbaby. I share my kids with her as their, you know, that's her nephews. Because we have that kind of friendship. And I think it really gets to a lot of people because they can't find a friendship like that. And they always wonder why they get fucked over on YouTube. Why no one ever wants to, thank you, baby. Thank you so much, girl. And they can't understand why nobody ever wants to get to know them like that. Why it's always about YouTube shit. But you know the crazy shit? When I speak with Ellen, it's not just about YouTube stuff, you know? And there's a couple other people that I speak to. And it's not always about YouTube. Yeah, if I want to bullshit and joke around. But never am I going to put onto them what I have. When you ask somebody to fight for you or to, you know, lie for you or to do your bidding when you know you're wrong, and even if you think you're right, when you ask somebody to do for you what you cannot do for yourself, you open them up to everything that comes with it. How can you do that to someone that's your friend? Somebody that entrusts in you, somebody that believes in you enough to take a risk of you not being genuine, take a risk of doing things like that. Oh my God, that is so cute, Ellen. Take a risk, you know, of it not being a truthful, you know, friendship. And that's fine. To each its own, I guess, right? But at the same time, don't you want a friendship? Someone you can call and say, hey, bitch, well, not everybody talks like we do. We're a whole damn mess, Ellen. But don't you guys want a friendship that you can have? You can give someone a call because you know they're having a tough day and you call them and say, look, I just want to tell you that you're amazing, that you're doing a great job and keep pushing. Because even when you feel like you're failing, you're not. Even when you want to give up, there's so much more for you to do. You know, everybody has their designated time, right? And I believe that. Maybe other people don't. But we all, in my opinion, have our designated times. The day that we are born, the only thing we are promised is the day we're going to die, right? Now, we are not promised, in my opinion, how we're going to die. How we live is how we die. And sometimes we die a certain way because of how we treated people while we were living. Sometimes my husband explained this to me and I really started believing this and I still do to this day. Sometimes, because I would ask him, well, what about the little kids that die in the car accidents and the, you know, the cancer, the shit like that, you know? And he's like, well, sometimes God gives us tests and he doesn't do it because of something you did wrong, like the person who has these ailments, right? These things happen to them, but they're doing it to teach those around you of suffering and of pain and of loss because they've never learned that lesson, right? And at the end of the day, I don't understand that, and I'm not sure I do agree with that, but that is a different way of looking at it, right? That could give some people peace. Doesn't give me peace because it's like, really, my God, the God that I praise, the one that I would like to think is real, is a merciful God, is an understanding God. He understands that, you know, through our weakness is what binds us to our strength. You know, when we fall down, it's how we get back up, not how long we were down, you know. It's how we were able to get back up and the steps that we took to do it. How we put one foot in front of the other. How we defeat the evil. How we spread our light. How we have joy. How we have peace. Hence why I always say, you know, me too, you guys. Me too. And how we choose to take advantage in a positive way of what God has given us, right? And look, I know a lot of people think that I took advantage of Ellen. I know that. And Ellen, you do not have to say, oh, no, she didn't. Please, you do not have to do that because I know you would want to, but people are going to think that anyways. However, anybody who truly knows me and who truly loves me would know that everything that Ellen has done for me and my kids will live within us forever. We will never forget all the things before, during, and after. All that she went through, that she still thought of us. She still wanted us to have everything, even in the worst times of what she was going through. You know, she still wanted to bless us. And that means something. And I think a lot of you are just jealous because you guys, when you gave hundreds, like Luna, you gave hundreds to your friend, they didn't appreciate it and they just used you to be their fucking guard dog, to look up information, to give dirt on people, to privately do things malicious to them. They wanted you to be someone to do nasty, dirty work for them. Ellen has never one time asked me to do anything negative to anyone. And I love you too, girl. Yeah, exactly. They need some fucking help. Especially because they want to do live streams for hours long about your credit card, about your mom's credit card, about our life, about things that we deal with together, you know, about things that are none of their business. And I understand. You know, I understand some people, why they would question certain things because of those stupid-ass clips that someone decided to put out and change and do stupid shit with. But at the same time, a lot of people, Ellen, you know what they're saying? They're saying, irregardless, it's weird. Like, there have been several people who have said, Tiffany, honestly, this has opened my eyes and made me see that these are not Like, this is not people I want to be around, because if they're going to get in your guys' business like that and they are that invested in your guys' life, what the fuck kind of people are they? Like, there have been several people who said that. And I'm like, you're right. You're right. But see, the difference between me and them and you and them is that we don't have to talk. We don't have to do that. I would never ask you, firstly, I would never ask you to go on social media where you've never been comfortable. You've never been a person who likes to go live, or hopefully that changes, but you've never been someone who's like to do that. So why would I ask you, hey, Ellen, go live so you can tell everybody I didn't do this? No. I would never put you in that predicament. I also would never ask you to explain yourself to anybody, because it was you who's going through that shit. It's you who's dealing with it all. It's your life that was fucking put out there. They just added the credit card stuff because it was fun to them. You know, it was something that they could dig into. It was something more that they could put on me. And the only reason they're going after you, Ellen, trust me, it's not personal with you, baby girl. It's not. They're going after you because you love me. That's why. They're going after you because you're not accepting that they put your personal business out to protect you. How the fuck is somebody paying to get a FOIA? And I don't care what they say. You do have to pay to get it. It's not free, and it's not easy either. So they went through all that shit to get your personal fucking information to do what with it? To bully us with it? What kind of low-down, dirty piece of shit dog does shit like that? You know? Yeah, I remember that. I remember you telling me about that. But the point is, like, what I'm trying to say is you don't like to, you know? You don't like the attention to be on you all the time. And that's another thing that makes me feel bad. And honestly, I just told Ellen when we were talking, like, girl, you say the word. If you don't want me to talk about anything anymore, if you want to just me to stay off live, I will. Say the word. She's like, hell no, Tiffany. Girl, no. I want you to have fun. I want you to go live, and I want you to do what makes you happy. That's friendship. Right there. Not that this shit makes me happy, but going live does make me happy. Going live does. Seeing all you guys does make me happy, you know? I love seeing Diane. I felt so good when Nat and Dashy came in today and supported us, and Angel Baby came in, and Melissa came in, and Random came in the other day and said hi. And look, they're not coming in talking shit. They're coming in just saying hi. And they are so bothered. You know, SG and Janelle are so bothered by that. And it's because they know that some of these people know their secrets in their business. And I think they're afraid that their truths are going to come out from other people that isn't the quote-unquote liar Tiffany. Right? Because when it comes out of my mouth, they can continue to say, oh, she's just a liar, you know. But you can't tell everybody that all of them are not credible just because they decided to be nice to me. Oh, well, they're not credible now because they're in TH's live. That's not how that works. They were credible for the years they were your friend. But now all of a sudden, because they went in my live stream when you didn't go back and forth, you know. But it was okay when they wanted to go in my live stream because you guys went back and forth. You know, and apparently, Janelle has been lying for years. You know, apparently she's been lying. She hasn't really ever been any of our friends. Exactly. Yep, like I was saying earlier, and so were you. When you go to get a FOIA, you know, they tell you have to say, no, I will not use this to bully, harass, to work employment, stuff like that. Like, there's different things you have to click. And then you have to tell them why. Then you have to tell them why you want to do it. So, yep, it's easy. And I think that's why Jenny from the gutter got so mad, because she was saying this name is her real name. But whatever, who gives a fuck even if it is? She's the one who went and got that information. So if you didn't want people to talk about you, if you didn't want your name to be mentioned, then why did you go and look up someone's personal business? Yeah, obviously it's public, but so was Janelle's fucking sex websites, right? So was the websites where Janelle, you know, had that ugly ass face. I mean, I'm fat and everything, but at least I don't look like that. Like, she's beautiful. I'm not going to even bullshit. Elliot, she's beautiful. Like, I'm not going to just sit here because I'm mad. I wish I was like that. I could be petty, but I'm not a petty person. And I'm not going to sit here and call somebody ugly or something like that just because I don't like them. Elliot, actually, I did like you, bitch, but you keep fucking bringing me up for no reason. Like, and all I said to you was, what did it matter what I was saying in my life? Because how you said it was fucked up. Just like the CPS shit. The minute I was blamed, you went on your community post and you decided that it was true. Well, how do you feel now, Elliot, now that the truth has come out? Now that you know 100% it wasn't me, and that Swiss and hippie chick were both hiding it and making people believe it was me just because they didn't like me. How do you feel now? Probably don't give a fuck, because it don't matter, right? And her excuse of not giving a fuck is probably, oh, well, when you were friends with Sharon, she made a video about me. She called me whiny. Okay, but I'm not Sharon. I didn't comment on that video. I didn't laugh at that video. Maybe privately. I don't remember. She would have to answer that. But I didn't engage in any of that stuff that was against you, Elliot. Matter of fact, I was very kind to you. I came in and supported your lives. Still, I haven't said anything nasty about you. The only thing I said about you is, why is it your business if I go live or not? Why do you care what I'm saying or not? Meanwhile, you have the biggest vile-ass fucking bitch on your panel. The one who called you smelly it. Did I ever do that, Elliot? Did I ever call you names, Elliot? Did I ever belittle how you look, Elliot? Did I ever do anything along those lines, Elliot? Did I ever call you names, Elliot? No. No, I didn't. Did I ever troll you, Elliot? No. No, I didn't. But you certainly have fucking had your choice slanderous words about me because of who you have in your live streams, the company that you keep, because you probably think, ooh, goody, people want to come see me. Ooh, goody, now I can talk about TH. Well, how about you have your own opinions, Elliot, and how about you open your eyes and realize they don't like you. And I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, honey, but none of them like you. They're pretending. They're using you. Like, it's crazy that you don't know that anyways, but they all talked about you for months, laughed at you, belittled you, was disgusted just by you in general. They don't like you. But I did like you. Ellen did like you. I think Ellen still does like you, actually. We were both a little fucking confused to why you jumped the wagon for no fucking reason. Exactly, Ellen, exactly. You want to know why they got it? They got it just to read it. They wanted to know. Yeah, Diane, she is very beautiful. Yes, so what happened was, Ellen, Jenny got it, okay? She had it. SG talked about it on her live stream. Janelle was in the comments. Janelle asked Jenny, can you please send me that FOIA request? And SG was like, yeah, you can come up on here. Janelle told both Jenny and SG that she was going to go up on the live stream with SG and read it. She said, okay, well, I'll come up there with you and I'll read it. Can you send it to my email? Well, then once Jenny sent it to her email and she confirmed that she received it, she decided she wasn't going to come up for the live on that night. She said she was tired. She didn't want to go live, but she would get with SG the next day and they could plan something. Well, instead of getting with SG, she decided that she was going to go live on her own live stream. So that's what she did. She used SG to get that fucking FOIA request because Jenny was talking about having it in SG's chat for a couple days. And then after that, and SG didn't read it yet. She just read like parts of it. She basically, what I think she did, I don't know for sure because she didn't do it publicly, but personally what I think she did is it was sent to her, she seen it herself, and then she cherry picked what she wanted to talk about. You get what I'm saying? Like she always does. Twists it, puts it how she wants it, whatever, you know? But they never actually showed it, so they could just be speaking wrong to trigger you. You get what I'm saying, Ellen? They never actually like showed it on the screen. They just read it off. So what I think is that they're doing that shit just to piss you off. Like they want to see us fail because we're sober and they're not. That's the problem. That's what I think. Oh my god, SG. Oh my god, Ellen, look. You see what I'm doing? Making coffee, bitch. Making coffee, bitch. Hey, SG, got a question. Did your daughter ever give you something like this? My son did. My son doesn't tell me that that would be ideal if I died. When I talk about me not being in this world anymore, my son cries. All of them. They get sad. They get emotional. Matter of fact, today, when Mikey texted me and was like, Mom, I'm going to come on the 15th. Is that okay? And I was like, what? Of course. You don't have to ask. And he's like, well, no, I'm an adult now, Mom. And he was like, and I asked him if something was wrong with his apartment because I thought, really, I just wanted to know, you know. And he said, no, Mom, it's just been a while since I got to see my brothers and you. And I'd really like to have some special time with you and my brothers, Mom. So, did your daughter do that? Okay, look. Sharon got me on these things, by the way. Jet Puff, I don't know if she gets vanilla, but I do. And I also don't know, oh, she gets that Mexican hot cocoa. But I wish they were more soft. Because they don't melt like, they almost taste stale, you know what I mean? Now I'm just going to put 2 scoops of sugar. It's just like fill it halfway, half. And then a shit ton of creamer. I don't know if, okay, I'll use hazelnut. I don't know if I want to use hazelnut or vanilla, but. Thank you, Diane, sweetheart. That makes me feel good. Thank you so much. And can I ask you, the 26 of you in here, why it's weird that Ellen loves my kids? Or why it's weird that my grandkids will call her Nana or Grandma, whatever she prefers? Why is that weird? Why is it weird that my kids call her Auntie? I don't understand why that's weird. Oh, girl. I know that because I remember when you told me. You were like, Tiff, I got to put one more thing of sugar because it just ain't sugary enough. You were like, Tiff, my son bought me this purple shirt. I remember you telling me about it. Yum. Oh. Yum. This was my last coffee pod, so I'm going to be fucking having a big-ass headache tomorrow. But I don't drive to Tim Hortons anymore. This was when my friend was here. She went back to New York now. But this was when she was here. And she gets coffee at like 7:30 in the fucking morning. So when I took the kids to school, I took her. And then she went back to her place, and I went back to mine. And listen, you guys. Look, I got 1 coffee. And the other 2 times, I didn't get coffee. It was too early. But, ooh. That's my favorite root beer, girl. You add hot chocolate to your coffee, too? That's so funny. My mom does that. Ellen, look. Do you remember this, too? Why is it not focusing? There it is. But look at my nail. That's the one that broke off. Ooh. That does sound good, Diane. Extra caramel. What? But yeah, it's crazy. It's like they're going to keep talking about us. And instead of them talking about, you know, things that is their business, like things we might say on here or whatever, they're going to keep bringing up our personal business. But they're not going to get a reaction because we're never going to sit there and explain ourselves. And that's what I think is funny. Okay, that's a good combination, girl. Ooh, that sounds good with caramel syrup. Yummy. These bitches are so fucked up, you guys. So question, you guys. Do you think NetNet's winning? You think NetNet's getting that money, honey? Yummy. Thank you. But I guess I just always want to know why they are so like why they care so much about our friendship. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Yeah, I was telling Ellen, I hope she makes 20K. I don't know what to do. Amen. Yeah, they have said that. I actually seen King of Chaos say that. Well, we all came together because of her illness or sickness or something like that. Really. So we all have to tell our personal business in order to have sympathy or love. That's weird. They just, what I don't get is how, because they came together against me before you got out, Ellen. Many people seen that. Like they came together basically to attack the fuck out of me. And then once once Net started saying, like Net said in her chat, this is fucked up. She didn't say fuck, but she's like, this is messed up. You guys need to leave our kids alone. Leave Dashy alone. Leave my kids alone. Leave Diane alone. And she was like, leave Ellen alone. She's not even here. And Net was like, and stop harassing Tiffany. Dang. Like, seriously? And they got so mad. They got so mad. And then Net caught on to them going over to SG's to the point where Munchie was like, oh, well, I love you, Net. I'm a real friend to you. But, you know, I had to put SG in her place. It don't look like nobody's putting anybody in anybody's place over there. They look like they're just kissing each other's assholes out. Like, what happened to, I would rather die on my, well, how does that saying go that SG always said? Something on my feet, not on my knees or some shit. I don't know. But you guys are all on your fucking knees now. I mean, who would have thought the fucking Nazi lover who tattooed it on her fucking body, and with a daughter who's Muslim and Palestinian who hates Jewish people and hates Israel, like her belief is that none of them should be there at all. That it's land for Palestine and that's it. I don't even have that belief, okay? My belief is that they all need to find a way to have peace together and live in the same land because it's God's land. Yes, Palestine was there first, you know, as a democracy. Not really a democracy, but you know what I mean. And no, I'm not going to defense anything with biblical times because the Jewish people that were what's the word? The Jewish people that were expelled during biblical times are not the same Jewish that's there right now. So that's not the same. But it's just crazy to me that she ends up being best friends with the person who despises who she is the most, you know? And I don't know. It's weird to me. It really is. Ooh, Nat, your ears must have been ringing, girl. Did you win anything? Yeah, exactly, Diane. And girl, you and I have been cool for a long time. I don't know if we fell out, but we stopped speaking for a little bit, and that's because of all the talking shit that she was doing, you know? And every time you came over here, you got bitched at, so it was hard. But other than that, most of us had been good for a long time, you know? Right, Ellen. Oh, that's good, Nat. Yeah, Ellen, girl, I seen that one. I seen that post CVX put up that she was blocked and then harassed on the whole live she got blocked from. Well, I think she said timed out. Sorry, guys, I'm reading these. That is so cool, Nat. You got some good self control, girl. Oh my God, Ellen, that's funny. Yeah, there is a petition. But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Ellen? Is no matter how mad you and I get or, you know, how much she pisses us off, we've never done something like that. We've never started petitions to get rid of her. We've never signed anything like that or done anything like that. But I can guarantee you she has to us. Sad. I have no clue, Ellen, babe. I know you do. I know you do, girl. And honestly, Ellen, I don't think she hates you. She hates me. She hates that we're such good friends. That's what it is. And I think that she thinks I have this constant money flow from you. They don't realize that no, that's not the case. And even when I did like order you Uber food or whatever, that was individual times. You had to resend the shit every time because I would delete it off, you know? Like they act just crazy. It's like little kid shit. Seriously. Good, Nat. I'm glad you had so much fun. Yeah, I agree, Ellen. I don't know what makes her think that she has the audacity or the fucking authority to tell people that shit. But, oh, nah, I'm glad you had fun, though, and I get it. I get it. To drink, like, when you're doing it just to have fun, you have to be in a certain mood. You have to be in a certain mood. Right. Right. Wow. Crazy fucking shit, man. I'll never understand that. You know what I mean? Just like what they tried to do to me yesterday, saying I was nodding out. Um, because I was squinting my eyes down so they could see the fucking shit. You look gorgeous. SG, I got an alert on my phone. Do not text me. You must have texted me more than once for my phone to alert me. I have you blocked for a reason harassment. Right. Seriously, SG? You can't just leave her alone. I get it. SG, why don't you take a trip to Michigan? Go live with Janelle and her mom. Go live with them. Yeah, and at one point, I think where they slowed me down, I think it was when I was squinting my eyes to read the screen. But either way, they absolutely did that. Yep. And exactly, Diane, they need to leave everyone alone. Right, Diane? She always quit fucking talking about me, bitch, and then threatens us for an hour. But yeah, it was okay when her and Elliot and her and Janelle and they could say whatever the fuck they wanted, right? This glue stinks. Fixing this stupid ass nail, man. I offered her, offended, sorry. I offered for her to live with me till she yelled at me for no reason, so I said hell no. Oh my god, I know, I remember that. You were gonna come and you were gonna let her come and stay with you and mom. And this is how she repays that. Yeah, you're right, Nat. You're right. And honestly, I have to find a way to do exactly that. To get on here, to do lives, to have fun, and just not mention any of them. Sorry, I'm reading. And yup, you're right, Nat. Yup, Diane. You always say quit talking about me, but you never stop talking about us. I came live because you and Elliot thought, oh, I wonder if Tiffany's gonna. Well, now you don't have to wonder anymore. Every single time my name gets brought up over there, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna talk about the shit over and over again. And I'm sick of being told, oh, this is the past or this is, yeah, it's my past. And now I have to relive that all over again because of an opinion you nasty shitheads have. Thank you, Ellen, baby. Yeah, Diane. Yup, exactly, Nat. But she can sit there and mention all of us. I can't see this last one. I don't know why. Oh, okay, here it is. They're gonna sit in here and they're gonna say crazy shit because that's what they do, you know. Damn it. Oh, I hate when I do that. Try to bite something, you don't even have teeth. But yeah, that's what she's gonna do. It makes me so mad because that's all they're ever gonna do is be shitty, you know. Oh, I know. And you know, I kept trying to tell people, even when you and I didn't talk, Net. I tried to tell several people, look, because a lot of people didn't see what happened with her, what happened between you guys, and she gets away with that narrative of nothing even happened, and it's like, yeah, it did. Net was treated like fucking shit. And Munchie and Janelle and Swiss, and they all seen it too. Because guess what they did? They went straight over to NetNet as soon as NetNet went live after she, like, didn't you take a little break? That's what I thought anyways. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you took a little bit of a break. And guess who came? The group. Buster. Mom? Mama? Mama? Mom? 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 Mama? I love you. But, you took a little break, and then as soon as you did that, and then you came back and you talked to them and stuff, they came in your chat, and guess what they did? Yeah. They talked to all the things that she did, how she started calling you Doughboy. And of course, Munchie talked about all the ways that she's going to stick up for you and, you know. And because you're you appreciated it. And I came in there and apologized for my part, you know, for whatever I said or did. And you had told me, Tiffany, you know, you never harassed me or, you know, fucked with me or whatever. I know you didn't say fuck, but just saying. And that made me feel so good, Nana, honestly, because I hope you don't take offense to this, but I truly thought, you know, maybe you were going to say I did, you know, because as she always did. She always had that narrative that I was harassing you and Tanger and everybody else. And I do remember saying a lot of shit about Tanger. I do remember that. But, and I've apologized for that several times and tried to just move on. But some people, they just don't want to move on. You tried to with everybody. You tried to forgive and forget and move on and just be a good person. And they didn't want that. They wanted the friction. The second that, because honestly, if you guys think about it, when they started going over to SG's is when NetNet started saying stuff like, you know, I'm getting really sick of this. I'm going to start going back to my other content and stop talking about SG. But as soon as that happened, now they all wanted to go over in SG's because they wanted to trigger NetNet. They wanted to keep it going. Thank you, NetNet. I appreciate that, sweetie. Yep, exactly, Diane. Oh my gosh, on and on and on and on. And I'm doing that too. Yeah, I remember that. When you just told her, look, all I want to do is spread God's word or God's love. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you said, actually. And she didn't like that. Ellen, I tried to bite my fingernail and I don't have fucking teeth. And it's the one with glue on it. So I had all that fucking nail glue go on my lip. I did that earlier too, like, damn it. Come on. What? 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 Come here. Oh, my baby. I love you. What do you have on you? Come here. You got a scab on you, dude? Oh, that's a mole. Okay. Oh, baby. Mommy loves you so much. You make Mommy daddy love you. You guys hear him purring? You love Mama. You love your Mama. You yell at your mama. Sorry, guys. Buster's loving on his mama. Buster yell on his mama. Yes, him yell. Can you yell on his mama? Him yell on his mama. I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. You my boo boys. You my boo boys. You mama's boy. Yes, you are. You mama's whole big boy. You mama's whole big boy. You know, Bubba was talking about getting another kitty. Would you like that? Would you like that, or would you be jealous? I think you would be jealous because you're big man in the house. I think you would be jealous. Pookie dookie pookie pookie dookie. Right, and honestly, I didn't think you were either, Nat. I didn't think you gave a fuck who she was friends with. I think the biggest thing with all of that was, you know, don't let people talk about me type of thing, right? You're so silly. You're so hairy. You just drop hair everywhere, you silly boy. You silly boy. You're so cute. You're so precious. You handsome boy. You're so handsome. Yes, you are. Who's the most handsomest kitty in the world? Buster is. Buster is. Yes, he is. He's getting so old you can see the gray in his eyes even. You can see the gray. Yes, you don't want to hear that, do you? You don't want to hear that, do you? No. Say, I'm handsome. I'm handsome. Puffing out his chest. Yes, it is. It is so hard to trust people, you guys. It's so hard. Right, girl. Because you never know. But honestly, Nat, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but it would be so cool to actually get to talk with you. But I do know it's hard to trust people on here. It's, you know, but we all live so close. I know it's like a couple hours between you and us, but we really need to get together, all of us here in Michigan soon. I'm getting this damn ingrown nail. But yeah, this bitches just never stop, you guys. I don't know what to do, how to make them stop. Because, yeah, we could all shut our mouths and not bring them up. But I know from experience, especially with SG, it doesn't matter. They're still going to talk about you. They're still going to talk about all of us. You know, it gets them content, it gets them clout, and that's what they want. Oh my gosh, you know what? My friend, not my friend, my son Brahim, his friend, has like a hookup when it comes to tickets. Let me ask his mom. And you know what? If I can get 4 tickets for you, would you want to come? Would you be able to get away down here? I put way too much glue, you guys. Damn it. Okay, Net. Oh, I love those emojis, Ellen. All right, isn't he a cutie pie? Now he went over on Brahim's bed. I like when he comes and sits with me, but he doesn't give me that much attention for that long. When nobody's over there, because Brahim's like, Noah's not here. I'm going up in his room. There's Buster climbing up the whole damn stairs. But yeah, she don't know when to stop. She don't know when to leave people alone. You know, she was writing community post after community post, live after live about me when I wasn't even here, about Ellen when Ellen wasn't even here. And then when I left, like completely hid my channel and everything, they started spinning it like they wanted to be Ellen's friend. I mean, the shit that got me the most, you guys, is when Janelle said, you know, this is my email. If anybody wants to get a hold of Ellen, just email me. And if I think you're a good enough person, I'll give you the info. What? Wow. Wow, Ellen. Like, tell me that's not crazy as fuck, girl. Okay, yes, Net, please. I know that's right, girl. And question, because I don't know much about the Tigers. Do they ever play out by you? Or no? Is it always out here? Me and my dad's going to be coming out that way this summer. I think I already told you that a couple times, actually. Right, Ellen. Oh my gosh, Diane, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. You could stay with me if you wanted, Diane. Well, if you wanted, you could stay between us. You can take turns and stay with each of us. Well, I don't know about Net, but I know Ellen would agree. Look at me, Ellen. I'm over here speaking for your ass. She's probably sitting there like, really, Tiffany? Really? I hear you, booby. Ain't they, Diane? You are blessed, Net. You have wonderful boys. We all know it. They love their mama. They love their mama. And girl, you left earlier. I wanted to tell you this. I didn't get a chance to because I was on my trip mode. Never, ever. And I'm not saying you do, but I'm just saying this as a friend, okay? Never let anybody tear those boys down, okay? I know you don't. Like I said, I'm not saying you do, but there are so many of us who see the good in them. They're just good boys and they love their mama, you know? And I think that bothers some people because our kids love us. I don't know. Of course, Nat, of course. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun, Bussy? Wouldn't that be fun? You want to, Bussy? Right, Nat, exactly. Like, that's sharp. That's sharp, Buster. That's sharp, baby. Okay. I'll put the clippers down. I'll put the clippers down and pet my baby. Yes, my baby. Yes, yes. He took his head and was like bobbing into the clippers like, stop, Mom, just pet me, right? Now hims give me kisses. Now hims give me kisses. Yes, him does. I love you so much. My little cutie patootie. My little cutie patootie. He's such a good kitty. Okay. Yes, she is, Ellen. And hey, you guys, my phone keeps going in and out. I have to end the live. I think it's going to die on me. But look, I will go live tomorrow when we wake up, okay? Love you guys.